come in.
Morning.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? I'm good.
I'm Marissa Johnson. I'm a social worker here at the clinic, and I see your name is LaToya Thompson.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you like people to call you?
Toya is fine. LaToya, whatever you're comfortable with, I'm fine with either.
I just want to make you comfortable, so it's Toya. I call you Toya.
That's fine.
Okay. I just want you to know whatever we talk about in this session is confidential.
Okay.
No one would know, just me and you. But if you speak of harming someone or someone is threatening to harm you, now we have to report that. You do understand, right?
Yes, I do.
Good. So I want to just start by telling me something about yourself. Where you from? What are your roles in your life? What's just going on?
Okay. Well, my name is LaToya Thompson. I am 28 years old. I'm from Bassville, Mississippi. I don't know if you heard of it. It's like a little small town. Let me see. What do I do? Who is LaToya? I teach pre-K 4 with the Head Start. I think I have a class of, I think I have like 25 kids in my class. So, you never know what to expect with those liberal schools. I'm married, been married for about 3 years now. I have 3 children. They're 3, 5, and 7.
Okay.
What else? Who am I? Went to school for many years. That's really it.
Okay. Well, it seems like you have a lot on your plate. You especially have to go back and remind yourself, who am I? You had to ask yourself, so I don't get asked that question too often.
And
you're pretty young to have all that. You're married with 3 children and you're a teacher, so you got a full-time job throughout the day.
Yes, and then I go home to a full-time job.
Yeah, I know you do. So I just want you to tell me what brought you in today.
Okay. Let's see, what brought me in? That's a hard question. I guess I'm just stressed. I'm just stressed out, really. I'll say it's stress. I've been worrying between work, being a full-time mother and a wife, maintaining relationships with my coworkers, friends, lifetime friends, things like that. It's just beginning to be a lot to deal with, and it's like a sense of overwhelming. I'm very overwhelmed. I'm sorry, see, I'm nervous now. I'm just in here. It's like, I don't know. It's just like some days I don't know if I'm coming or I'm going. It's just like too much at times to deal with. I feel like I feel like I'm in a hole and I can't get out of it.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, and it seems like you're saying you're very stressed and worried, and you overwhelmed with everything that's on your plate, doing with friendship and with your family life, and also dealing with work. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what is it that's going on within your social life as far as career life that's stressing you out so much?
Well, we recently lost one of our employees due to sickness, so they had to take some time. So just being able to manage my classroom is a task. So now, of course, we have to pick up the slack until they can hire somebody. But, that comes along with the job.
Right.
That's stressful. As far as I'm just trying to have that balance and have time for everything that's going on in my life. It's stressful. And then I have to come home, of course, and make sure everything at home is good, whether that be with my marriage or with my children, making sure that I'm going over homework and making sure it's like I almost feel like I'm doing everything by myself. Like my husband is there, but I don't feel like he's giving me that support I need. He recently got laid off from his job, so it's like he's dealing with that stress, and I feel like he's putting that on me, and I want him to be more active with the children because he actually has the time. But I have to come home from work. I still have to cook, make sure everybody is fed, and then I have to do homework. And it's like, what are you doing? You're drinking. You're playing the game. It's like, what's going on?
So basically, I see you as a powerhouse. You got so much going on, but you're so able to be strong enough to deal with it. But now you're trying to find a way to juggle it. Like, you can deal with it, but now you want to find better ways to deal with it. Yes. As far as the loss of your employment, I don't think, have you dealt with that yet?
I haven't, because I just been going. It's like, what, you know? Mm-hmm. It's like, at some point I feel like I deal with it, but right now I don't have the time. Like, I had to kind of like put that to the side and deal with the priorities, which are my children, my family, my job. But like, some things I just have to say, okay, I'll get to it. And I know that's probably not the best thing, but that's like right now the only thing I feel like I can do is just get to it when I can get to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you got the hands tied up, but you're just trying to get to the best way you can. Yes. So you're trying to make time and manage the time better. And also, I just want you to know, during this interview, I'm gonna reflect back what you're saying and summarize, so you won't be confused by me continuously saying what you said over and over.
Okay,
so I'm letting you know that's what I be doing, and I probably just continue asking you questions, try to get more into depth of what's going on.
Okay, good.
Okay, so basically, tell me how being at home, being that one person, that feeling of just being you, when you are married, but just having yourself and not having him active, how does that make you feel?
I get several different feelings. I go through being upset, angry, then I start to feel sad because I don't have that support, but then I feel guilty because these are my children, this is my family, so this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Right. So it's just a lot. It's at any given time I can feel a certain way, and it's like, what do you do? So,
what you're saying, your emotions are everywhere, basically, with this situation. You're angry, then you become sad, then you become guilty.
And it's like, in times where I am satisfied, when at the end of the night, when everybody's in bed, homework is done, everybody's fed, the house is clean, everything is ordered, and I feel happy, it's like then my husband brings up something, or what I done is not good enough. For instance, like I said, everything is together, food, house, homework, kids in bed. But then it's like, well, why did you cook that? I didn't want that. And I'm like, why didn't you cook it all?
So you feel as though he's adding extra stress on you?
Yeah, it's like, I'm doing everything, but it's not good enough. And so then I get upset because I'm like, well, if it's not good enough, then do it yourself. Like, if you do it, then you won't have to complain about what I'm doing.
Have you all had any counseling? With just a family counseling, or just between you and him?
That's like pulling teeth. He thinks that counseling is a bunch of BS, and nobody can tell him what's going on in his life. He's been in counseling before, but not relationship-wise. I guess I can mention it. He's bipolar schizophrenic, and he's been diagnosed for as long as I've known him, but I know it happened. I've known him probably about 8 years, and when I met him, he was diagnosed. I'm not sure when he was diagnosed, but I don't feel like he's been responsible with his diagnosis. And I say that because for the last year, since he's been laid off or whatever, he hasn't been taking his medication, following up with his psychiatrist, anything like that. And it's like, I don't know who I'm getting. I'm almost afraid to, well, I would say I used to be afraid to like go back and forth with him because I didn't know what I was getting or who I was getting. But now I'm at the point where I don't care. Like, you mad today? Me too. We could be mad together.
So this is a lot that we covered. So basically, it started out with you at work. You lost your coworker, so you still in some way or fashion you're dealing with that. Then when you come home, you're the powerhouse. You're the only one doing everything, cooking, cleaning, dealing with the children. He and your husband is not active in the home. And now you stated that he isn't taking his medication. He's not really being responsible of his daily dosage and everything, correct?
Right.
And now you don't know who you're married to? Is that what you're telling me?
I know who I'm married to, but I don't know who I'm going to get. Like, I don't know. I've never experienced him without medication until, like I said, recently this last year. But as long as I've known him, he's been responsible. I don't know if he's not taking medication because he done lost his job. He don't have a sense of self. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's a bunch of. I just feel like that's an excuse. Like, just because you don't have a job and you may not be doing what you wanted to do or what you're used to doing, you still have children that depend on you. You still have a wife that you need to support, and you still are able to go out and look for some type of employment. But you just sitting back not doing anything, and you're blaming everybody for it. And I'm tired of being blamed for it. I'm not gonna be blamed for it. I'm not. Life is too short, and I'm not about to live my life unhappy because you're not happy with yourself, and you're not finna drag me and my children down.
Right. And I understand what you're saying. You feel like it's not your responsibility for him to keep his maintenance up on himself, basically.
Right.
It's not your responsibility to make sure that he does this or make sure he's acting with the children. He is a father. He should be doing that himself.
I can see if we didn't have any children, but we have 3 children, and they can't take care of themselves.
So has he ever tried to harm you or the children before being off that medication?
I mean, we physically fought. Like, it started out with him just hitting me, and then, like I said, I've gotten tired of that, so I'm not just gonna let you hit me. So we have tussled and fought before. He whooped the children, and I don't have a problem with discipline, but I think it should be appropriate, and I don't feel like you should be whooping a 3-year-old that really doesn't understand right from wrong. I just don't get it. And so when he goes there, I go there with him. I try not to do it in front of my children, but, like,